So, can someone please explain to me why this is called a Bumpisode? What does the word bump mean?
So, I don't know if you ever watched like Cartoon Network or Adult Swim or something like that. Basically, between, TV shows or commercials or whatever, the network would put this little tiny interstitial thing that was like, hey, it's us from the network. We're going to talk about something. And maybe it's not going to have a lot of content. We're going to do it back to your regularly scheduled programming. And that was called a bump. And there's different versions of that for commercials and things. But this is called a bump because we are between 2 seasons of the Prodcast, Google's SRE production podcast, with your host, Steve, our new host, Matt, and our producer, Salim, and my name is Jordan. So I effectively just did all of our work for us. You're welcome.
I feel like we're starting. Did we just start?
We did, wow. Absolutely.
Amazing.
So This is just like between seasons. We wanted to give our viewers an introduction to someone new, lay out our plans for what's coming without spoilers as much as possible, and wish them a great day. So,
all right. So that's a bump. Cool. I like it.
That's a bump.
So, well, given that, who's this new face we see on our now video screen, our video podcast? Are people going to watch this on video iPods? Is that how this works? I don't know how that works.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm Matt Siegler. I'm your new co-host. I'm currently in ML Infra SRE. I'm really excited to be a part of this season.
ML and Infra and SRE, those are all words. What do those words mean, Matt? Tell us more words.
Machine learning, that's like the thing you do to get the AI. You teach the machines how to learn. And the infrastructure, that's all that machinery to get the machines to be the learning. Yep. And SRE, you guys, you know what the SRE is.
We know about that one. Yeah.
I hope so. After 3 seasons.
At this point.
A 4th one is coming.
Yeah, I mean, there's always new listeners, though, you guys. There's new listeners, so we got to redefine ourselves each time.
Yeah, I'm glad we walked through that.
So we tell the new listeners what they missed in the most recent season?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was chock full of good stuff.
There was some stuff, man.
And we heard about public DNS and why it's always DNS.
So, Matt, you heard some of it. I don't know if you heard all the episodes, but I know you heard some of them.
I listened to a great deal of it.
What's the vibe? What did you get out of it?
The take I got out of season 3 is that we're really looking outside of Google for excellence and representation of SRE in organizations of all sizes, which is something I'm really looking to extend in season 4.
We might have originated the terminology, but there are a million different places that have adopted the same mechanisms to fit mostly different sizes of use cases and still provide the same type of support and service that would be happening at Google at other places. So everybody can rest easily knowing that their video games, their shopping portals, their internets are all working, and they have someone there who is able to say, yes, it's down, but I will fix it. And that's what I feel like is an okay summary of last season.
Yeah, and then I think the other thing that was different about last season is that we focused on software engineering itself, like the actual building of new stuff, and not just like, manning the con or whatever it is that you do in like traditional views of ops, like eyeball the dashboards or something. And I think I personally pushed for that a lot because I thought that was really important distinguisher for not for people who are already doing the job, because they already know that that's what's going on, but for folks who are kind of like adjacent to SRE or new to SRE, to really kind of hammer down like this is an important part of the role, and turns out it's actually the most important part of the role. Like it's not just like a cool also maybe thing. It's like what you should be doing most of your time with as a team, at least in my opinion. And I think we barely scratched the surface. So there's a lot more to be said there. Before we get into the next season and stuff, we also have a new face again. Salim, I don't think you introduced yourself. What's going on, man? Like we're just skipping over you? What's Who are you even?
That's all good. My voice is not one that you're likely to hear on this particular podcast. And I am Salim. I'm a site reliability engineer working on mostly external education for reliability engineering. And I live in New York. I think that's the colorful thing about me.
Excellent. And we also have Florian. Let's hear you, Florian. What's going on, man?
Hey, folks.
Florian, can you tell the guests who the heck you are?
Sure, I can. I'm Florian. I'm an SRE in cloud, and I used to be on a team that was called Customer Reliability Engineering, where we were working with customers and help them build reliable services on top of a platform. I have since moved on to a team that is sort of working on improving mitigation for GCP customer incidents. So that's still fairly nascent. But yeah, other than that, I've always been involved in SRE outreachy kind of things, like giving talks. And I joined the Prodcast on the previous season. But as I'm based in Zurich, I wasn't able to do that much hosting because of time zones. Time zones are hard, as we all know.
They are hard. Time is hard. Yeah. Florian, you, and I remember specifically, you definitely performed an SRE type capacity in one episode, because I believe there was an incident where my internet didn't work and you filled in a lot. And I think actually, Jordan, you did that too. My internet's not great, apparently it turns out. So I appreciate my co-hosts.
5.9 internet for Steve.
No pressure, Matt, but I might just disappear sometimes, and that's fine. But
maybe
both of you performed admirably. So
maybe you should just do some SREing on your internets.
You'd think I would do that, but I don't know. It's tough.
It sounds like work. It's off the clock at 5.
Seriously. I live in the country, and my Wi-Fi connects to other Wi-Fi over a parabolic dish or something. And when that one's out, I'm just I got nothing. It's just not, it's outside my control.
Truly wireless internet.
I'm wireless on my wireless. It's yes, we must go deeper. Well, let's get into what's going on next season. So first of all, some of you out there in the world can see us with your eyeballs because we have pixels now. So we're doing video this season. Last season we did shorts, little short videos, little, I don't know, blurbs, or I don't know what you call the blurb form of video, but they're on YouTube, and they're kind of a marketing attempt to be does this help? And I don't know, it kind of worked, we'll see. It was an experiment. It didn't have a huge effect, but we're going to keep going. We're going to have a new experiment, because this is what we do. We try things. We see what works. We measure the datas and all this stuff. We have little dashboards that tell us when things are working or not. Hopefully, line goes up or whatever. So that's one little thing. What else is new this season?
It's sort of like monitoring.
Yeah.
A dashboard for SRE-ness. Is it working? When did it stop working?
Yeah, data, not vibes.
And I'll just go into it. Does it make sense for SRE to continue existing in a world where a machine can view and tell us when things are wrong? Because the topic, not to,
I feel like you're going somewhere with this.
Not to spoil it, but the topic might be AI and SRE. So I think we're going to be talking about that this season.
There may be some opinions, possibly some takes. And the topic is going to be, I think it's going to be a little bit broader than that, but I think you're right. I think that's going to be a majority of the time, just because reasons. But it's going to be about, different trends and also different friends, right? We're going to have more of the before, right? We're going to talk to people who don't necessarily work at Google, or maybe work in different roles inside or outside of Google with SREs. And then we're going to talk about the trends that we and they and everyone are seeing in the SRE space. I think it looks pretty exciting. Anything that anyone's looking out for in particular that looks exciting? You don't want to spoil too much, I guess, but
I don't want to spoil too much. I know we're going to have some new guests. I know that we're going to have some repeat guests. Mm-hmm. I know that there's going to be jokes. I know that there's going to be
My internet's going to go out at one point. It's gonna be great.
Steve's internet is going to go at one point. Maybe prepare like a bingo card for yourself. See how far you get.
I think we've got a lot of uncertainty to manage in the future, and I think that's.
Are we the right people for that?
I think there's a lot of uncertainty. That's a lot of opportunity and ambiguity, and that's actually good.
Oh, and we all thrive in ambiguity, as we all know.
That's right.
Yes, we do.
A lot of thriving to do.
Nice.
One other thing, we do have a feedback form, and we'll put this in the tail end of every episode or something like that. But if people are interested in giving feedback, maybe we can put the QR code on the video screen. Can we?
Right here?
Is there secret magical? Everyone point in a direction, and it will be near one of our fingers.
Someone will be right.
Yeah. So it'll be goo.gle/podcast-feedback. Google/podcast-feedback. And maybe we'll have cool QR code people that can help us with things like that. Mm-hmm. The idea with the feedback, though, is to hear from listeners about what's working, what isn't. If you want to be a guest, if you want to suggest a guest, we're gonna keep going. A lot of this season is planned already, but there will be more after that. So don't worry. What did I miss? I mean, I feel like this is kind of a quick one. It's a Bumpisode. It's short. That's fine.
No, we're done. I feel like we're done. We got it all.
Matt, is there anything else that you want to tell? Like, I feel like I want to treat you as a guest real quick. So, Matt, where do you live in the world? I think you live in a place.
I live in a place. I'm in the United States. I'm in Pittsburgh, in the great state of Pennsylvania, the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania.
It's a Commonwealth. Okay. Can you tell me your favorite thing about Pittsburgh and your less favorite thing about
My favorite thing about Pittsburgh is that people love to talk about what used to be there all the time.
Nice. That's a good one.
That's a common thing in the Northeast because it's constantly being
near the old
turned
donut
over.
shop.
Yep. Yeah. At the corner where the Kogos used to be, next to where the Dairy Queen was.
Right.
A very common way to give
We have one of
directions.
those. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And my least favorite thing is the severity of the climate, but that's also a northern eastern thing that many of us are used to up here.
Nice. Yeah. And then what is one thing you would change about your current job?
Oh.
Like what's a thing that or maybe you are changing it. Maybe it's something that you're in and you can't say be a host of a podcast because that's obvious. Like you got to pick something else.
This was, in fact, the thing I was changing about my job that felt like the fantastic unlocked achievement. So that's going to be a hard second for me to come up with.
This is what we do. We put people on the spot. This is a hard-hitting podcast about reliability.
Oh, I'll tell you. Exactly.
Learn.
A great deal of my work involves internal users who use the infrastructure that I help manage and making their lives better through direct engagement. More. Period.
Love that.
Full stop.
Hooray.
I like it.
We love helping the engineers. Love that.
Cool. That's it. That's the whole interview.
That's the whole
Thanks.
thing.
That's great.
Flying colors. Well done.
5
job.
stars. We'd do it again.
So now you have to do that for other people in the upcoming season of the Google SRE podcast.
No pressure.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jordan.
All right. Well, maybe we're done. I feel like that was a good bump.
Yeah. It's probably more than maybe we squared that bump.
I mean, that's fine. Like, there's no rules here. This is a podcast, man. We can do whatever we want. Well, thanks everyone. Looking forward to the upcoming season. What are we on? 4? Jeez,
4.
That's crazy.
Oh,
If you can believe.
Yeah. Thanks to Salim and Florian for showing up as well, and we also have a few other folks lurking in the background too. So thanks for Paul and Sunny. Thanks to MP who in the past kicked this back off again. Thanks to John and Adam, who kicked it off initially internal to Google. Before, we didn't even have a catcher. You had to, get an email with a link in it. Come on. But, hundreds of people listened to it. It was very cool. And all the guests over the years have made this really, really real. So this has been great. Looking forward to continuing it.
Yes.
Indeed.
All right. Excitement.
All right.
Did I
And
do
I think
excitement?
so. We accomplished it all. We said
Okay.
we introduced our next season of the podcast. We introduced our new hosts, and now the only thing left is to wish everybody a great day and to stay tuned for the next set of episodes.
Shall we?
Awesome.
Shall we go out with a fist bump?
Oh, yeah. Do you guys have a salute?
Do we do it?
Only for the
We have
Bumpisode,
a
of
fist
course.
bump. Oh, because it's a Bumpisode.
Bumpisode, yeah.
It's so corny, but I
Yeah.
guess I'll do it. Of course.
Brace.
The microphone
brace,
needs help. Boop. Boop.
brace for lots of puns.
We've
Funny
done it.
puns.
Awesome.
Corny.
Wow, perfect.
We did it.